After 6 hours of hiking through the backcountry and climbing straight up a mountain, we got to ride the sickest snowboard lines I've ever seen. If you want the best of what the mountains have to offer, you have to work hard for it. The Pearl Couloir has been at the top of my list of lines to ride ever since I saw it a few summers ago. The rising spires create enormous walls that form two of the larger couloirs in our area, the Pearl Couloir and the Black Pearl.
No treasure in silver and gold, mate.
This past spring, we had all-time backcountry conditions, and these lines were calling. So we got a crew together of Zach Ferrara, Bobo Pettit, Charlie Agosti, and myself to conquer the Pearls. The day started with the welcome of a fresh snowfall in town, which meant the snow up high should be amazing. Driving to the trailhead early in the morning felt like we were back in midwinter on this late April day. We started with a quick snowmobile bump from Zach, which would save us about 2 miles in total. We had a big day ahead of us, and any help we could get would go a long way. Usually at this time in the season, this tour could start on dirt with us carrying our boards. But the recent snowfall kept us skinning from the gate all the way up through the woods. I had only been in this area once during the summer, so seeing these mountains covered in snow opened my eyes to an endless amount of lines to be ridden in the future. With so much terrain, it can be hard to decipher the best and most efficient route to your destination. That's why I use onX Maps when planning a backcountry trip. With their route builder, you can easily find the best way, toggling between the 2D and 3D maps, all while easily being able to measure distances relative to the terrain you'll be crossing. After I've planned my route from home, I can download the map on my phone to be able to see my entire plan out of service. One of my favorite tools from onX is Viewshed, which is only available with an Elite plan. With Viewshed, I can visualize what we will be able to see when we're out in the mountains. For example, when we get to the top of our climb, I can tell I won't be able to see the entire run we will be dropping in on. Seeing this allowed me to further study the map to know what I might encounter on the ride down. To gain access to these valuable tools, click the link in the description to get a special Search of Snowboarding discount for an onX plan. Venturing further into our journey, the clouds were constantly closing and opening, spotlighting different peaks around us. With so much terrain to see, it was easy to lose yourself daydreaming of all the incredible lines to be ridden. It is truly an amazing feeling getting into the mountains and feeling the enormity of it all. Add in the effort of pushing hard for a peak, and there is no feeling that compares.
We are getting in there. Slowly but surely.
Once we had reached the base of our lines, we began to see signs of the snow warming up. We still had the hardest push ahead of us, and if the clouds blocked the sun during that time, the snow could still be great and solid by the time we dropped in. Since it was spring, our biggest concern was the snow warming up and loosening its bonds. We had no time to waste. After we skinned as high as we could, we threw our boards on our backs and pulled out the ice axes. Hiking up the couloir was what I had looked forward to the most for this mission, and having the four of us made it a lot easier as we took turns breaking trail. After the leader pushed as high as they could, they moved to the back to slow their pace and recover. Breaking trail consisted of kicking in good steps while driving in the axe handle to pull upwards with. Crossing above the threshold of the summit felt like we had really earned something after our 6-hour ascent.
Yeah, y'all. That's how we do.
Charlie.
Yeah.
At the top, we transitioned our boards and had a quick lunch. The plan from here was that Zach and Charlie would ride the Pearl Couloir where we had hiked up, and Bobo and I would investigate the Black Pearl. All right, doggy.
Arr, matey.
Ah!
Arr, mateys.
Oh, get it,
We'll
boys.
get the Black Pearl.
The Black Pearl's ours!
It's ours.
Pearl is ours.
It's ours for the taking.
Peering over the edge of the Black Pearl truly showed how big of a line it was.
Oh, holy shit! Holy fuck. That is insane.
We were able to find a good drop-in point, and we shot it out for first drop.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Holy shit!
Dropping. Yeah, Baba. Dropping. After we crushed our runs, the stoke was at an all-time high for the day. The fresh snow from the previous night had made for all-time backcountry powder conditions. The excitement was short-lived as we had a good long skin to get home. A true celebration would be rewarded once we were back to the trucks. As we cruised down, we all let the residual stoke settle in as we kept on riding. After it was all said and done, our 9-hour adventure was broken down in a total of 7.2 miles with almost 4,000 feet of elevation gain. One of my biggest takeaways from the day was realizing how important having a solid crew is, especially on such a big mission. Being able to work as a cohesive team made for a much more efficient flow. And this wasn't only helpful in making sure we were all in check, sharing and staying up on our food, water, and sunscreen, but it also kept the morale high the whole day. Naturally hyping each other up during the most strenuous part of the day, hiking up the couloir, made things mentally easier and kept us pushing for that peak. The way everything fell into place, we couldn't have gotten it any better in the Black Pearl and Pearl Couloir. If you're just getting into splitboarding or want to learn more about it, you've got to check out The Ultimate Guide to Splitboarding. It covers everything you need to know, including what gear you'll need, how to use it, and a lot of other helpful tips. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you somewhere on the mountain. Peace!